Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the second stop of the PWL Professional Wakeskate League. We're here in beautiful Union Hall, Virginia at the Junction Function. This is Marcus Knox. I'm joined by TJ Geezy, and we're about to get into heat number 2 of the Open Division. What's up, TJ?
Good to be back. Good to be back for heat number 2, but good to be back here at beautiful Union Hall, Virginia, Blackwater Junction.
Ooh, let's get if the drone could possibly go check out Cole Crace chilling on the new deck. Here's the format. Again, guys, we got 8 riders across 2 heats. This is the second heat. They're going to get 8 line attempts. Their best 2 lines count. And 4 trick attempts. Their best trick counts. Each out of 10 with the highest possible score of 30 points. Only 4 out of the 8 are going to advance. And Shane Edwards, Paul Pugh throwing down in that first heat. We got some... Those are our scores. We got Shane Edward leading the way with an impressive score of 15.9. Paul Pugh, 5 points behind with a 10.06. And then we got Todd Allen with 5.94 and Don with a 2.88. But we have some heavy hitters in this second heat.
A couple solid scores already. Shane kind of setting the bar here for the Open Division. So at least heat number 2 got a bit of an advantage. They now know at least roughly what they have to do, So that's just luck of the draw. But, yeah, we've got Hunter Hockenberry going to right off the top of the list. I got Bobby Sutherland going. Commit.
Here he goes. Very comfy board.
Oh.
Ooh.
Bob. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Bob absolutely kitted out right now.
He looks good.
And he knows that. Like, I mean, we've talked about it before among the, the judging staff here, that it's not score that is, getting increased by just when you look good out there.
He got the... He did the shove down, pretty much went full butt touch. You guys think and just penalized is looking like how we're going to do it.
He's getting a score top the line like that of one battle on his part.
Here comes Hunter Hockenberry.
One of the OG 941 crew, kind of been in and out throughout his life. Just gifted natural athlete.
Yep.
One of those just kind of boardsmen that can do any sport. Absolutely shreds on a skateboard. I would say his best sport is probably surfing. He's disgusting at surfing. Super powerful.
Yep.
You see that in his wake skating come through, but he's no stranger to a wake skate either. Hunter's got a deep bag of tricks. And he's capable of taking a swing at Shane out here. If anyone is, Hunter is definitely one of the guys that can put some heat on Shane. He can, because of his skateboard background, he's got some lock-in tricks.
Yep.
He's got some big spin on to the rail, shove on tricks, and he can flip his board. So he has all the tools to take the dub here and put the heat on Shane, who's already laid it down for us in heat number 1.
That's right, and he's starting out like Shane, doing a nice, calm line, looking comfy. The concrete bump on the way up got him on the way up, though. He took it very casually, kind of chilling. You got to be ready for that little bump up the big dam. As Andres gets ready, this guy didn't even think he was going to ride. Love wearing the Wakeskate magazine shirt. That's a throwback. Another guy that you may not know, but has been wakeskating for a long time. And we're super stoked to see him. His first trip to Virginia. Rhino giving him the send-off on the dock, as is traditional, running him down. Let's see what he's got for his first run. Nice board slide there. Just taking it easy. And stomps the board slide on the second. Big rail down. Feels good to land your first line. Andreas, home park, OWC, and he shreds it down there. Just put out an edit with Central Florida Wakeskating. If you follow Andreas, his name is My Name is Zero on Instagram, or Central Florida Wakeskating. They just posted a new clip Matty Buys and Hecka giving away a Wakeskate. He is going for it, entering that competition. Board slide to board slide. Riding a older remote board. We had a talk with him. He just really likes those elevated, the deep dish concave. Doesn't feel it's represented in modern wake skates, so he's sticking with what he knows, what he's comfy with. I think that's a Leo board.
Yeah, Andres is he's rides at my local OWC with me, and in the past year he's just kind of upped the difficulty level in his riding. He's really turned up. Yeah, that's Dylan Cook coming out for his first heat.
Nice
Dylan
run.
just warming it up, wanting to get a full pull there, making the smart decision. So everyone's got their first score. We saw every single person landed their first. Couple of the second trick as well. Good start here for you too.
Got two cool dudes hanging out on the brand new deck. Every year you show up, there are improvements, and we got Max and Cole chilling on that new deck. I'm excited to spend some time over there today. You know, we're on schedule today, going pretty well. I think we have 3 pro heats, then we'll have a last chance qualifier, but hopefully we'll have some time to just hang out and enjoy the amazing setup that Trey and his family have built as Bobby with the fit. Matching mahogany shorts and helmet. Stomps that board slide, fakie. Oh, dang, that shove was looking better too. Didn't go down.
It's not for nothing.
You know, matching mahogany helmet and shorts is pretty dope. That's not an easy color to match.
I mean, mahogany, I'd call it vino or oxblood.
True.
But it's neither here nor there.
Hey, Lawrence, thank you so much.
Look at the treehouse crew. Look at the treehouse crew.
Oh, look at that new treehouse with Max and Cole.
That's a team right there.
That's 2 guys who are going to be going for the win today in the Pro Division.
Sorry to cut you off. Who are you shouting out?
Lawrence ODB subscribed at tier 1. Yo, thank you for the sub,
huge.
Lawrence.
Yeah, everybody, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. You can watch the playbacks. When we do playbacks, you'll be able to watch these things back immediately after. So subscribe. It's worth it. Get the extra content and be able to see this stuff on demand.
Let's check out the Wax House bio for Hunter Hockenberry, coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, and 27 years old. A Coast Guard man, not and again, you know, you could be forgiven for not knowing, but he's been wake skating for over a decade. Everyone, love to see it. Hunter number 2 coming up. Oh! Very nearly sacked it.
Yeah, Hunter's showing why a shove on trick is going to be worth so much more. He's able to avoid it. That's just a testament to his skill level. When you know you don't have it, you got to hang on to that handle and give yourself a little tug and hope that your important parts make it past the obstacle. But Hunter able to avoid what could have been a pretty tough fall and come away unscathed. So Hunter, he's going to be looking for his next score. We're just under. We've got two hits in now for a couple of these guys, so we're in pool number 2 here.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Mark, I'm feeling so privileged to be sitting here on shore at Blackwater Junction again. Setup's looking better than it ever has. It's been a couple years for me to be back here, but the setup looks peak right now, the best it's ever been.
It is unbelievable, and it's the reason why this is kind of the preeminent stop of the Wakeskate League. Trey just does it bigger and better every year. Been watching his updates. This a half ago. It's unbelievable. Hey, we got another sub. Thank you so much, Taco Dale. Andreas comes.
Ooh, another one of them. You know, that fall. You see, he had to kind of guide himself away from the rail.
And Taco Dale gifted a sub to the community. Thank you, dude. Hey, if you're a subscriber, be throwing some what do they call? They're not emojis in this. You can throw some wild faces up in there. Let us know. We'll give you a big shout out. Whatever you want to share, your message with the world, with the wake skating community, just put it in there. We'll share it.
Yeah, it's good to just see a bunch of wake skaters in a chat talking.
Yep. It is cool. As we go up, there's that live view, so the guys are going to know where they're scoring based on the immediate judgment.
Yeah, it's still early days here in heat number 2, so you're not going to see them probably glancing at it too much. But as they start to get down to their last few poles, they're going to want to see where they stand based on everyone else in the heat to determine what they got to do if they're trying to get through.
That's right. And we got the Wax House bio for Dylan Cook, age 28, coming out of Lindsay, Ontario, another Canadian gentleman. The Canadian contingency is powerful.
Yeah, I met Dylan out here at the first Blackwater Junction. That's the last time he was out here. I think that was 2019.
Ooh.
Dylan came through with Jordan Sullivan, and the dude's got tricks. He can flip his board. He's got he's comfortable hitting drops, as he's showing with that front board down the first ledge. There we go. Nice. Dylan making a solid choice there, going for the board side to fakie. We know he's got more than that, but he wants to get a line under his belt. That's something that's important, is just getting that first line out of the way. Now he can kind of focus on, I know he can big spin out of that. He can flip his board, so he's got 2 lines. Dylan looking solid out there already.
Yeah, very nice maneuver from Dylan there. Solidifying his 2 lines. It's only up from here. Big confidence boost. And we are back to Bob. You guys already know this, but we gotta say, Bobby Sutherland, the biggest reason, I think, that the Wakeskate League exists, the reason we have this unbelievable stream, and all-around amazing guy, done an incredible amount for wakeskating for years now. Is this the fourth PWL?
It's the 4th season of the PWL. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. It still feels new. It still feels so fun. But yeah, Bobby has been doing this for a minute now.
Oh, hey-oh, Bob.
There we go.
Stomped the shove, and then did a little surface 180, went around, and then board slid, fakie. And the reason Bob is more comfortable doing shove tricks from a different stance than his rail tricks. He's talked about that. There's a few mind that does some tricks one way, other tricks another way, but Bob's got to be stoked.
Yeah, Leo Labaden's out of France. One.
Yeah.
Something that that's why it's important when you got who you got judging, is that they're a true fan of wake skating.
Right.
Because there are some guys that you do have to know kind of not only what their stance are, but what their tendencies are. Because Bobby will be the first one to tell you that if he does a shove in his regular stance, it's more of a switch shove for him.
Chris Mitchell says the view is just not the same from the office. Hope y'all boys are having a blast. We miss you, Chris. Hope all is going well as Hunter Hockenberry comes in. Stomp the shove front lip. I'm partial to that myself. And then a board slide. Hey, it used to be a bigger differentiator. There are more people in the open division shoving on, but it's still an upgrade, that shove front lip. And, we got to see the risk. We saw what he threw down on the first attempt and almost went down.
Yeah, not for nothing. I actually prefer the shove front lip even over Shane's 270 shove front. I just think the approach coming front side to lip slide, I think is a little more risk factor there with that one, as Hunter showed on that first pull. He almost took a digger. So good to see him bounce back.
Yep. Love to see him riding well. Baco Dale says, yeah, Hunter. Folks, we got 42 people watching this second heat. Trying to get that hype train going. If you guys want to sub, gift, or use bits, let's level on the hype. As we have the Wax House bio for Andres Alvarez, 34 years old, coming out of Kissimmee, Florida. The sponsor is Parents Money.
Right.
Dude,
I'm trying not to be playing favorites here, because Andres is one of my boys.
Yeah.
Ride with him on a weekly basis out there at OWC. He's motivated by the session too. So him seeing Hunter land a trick like that, Andres loves to build upon the energy of the session. There
nice. All right, he gets a front board, maybe coming off a hair early, but still landing clean, and then nice 180 down the spot. I just got the head nod. He's stoked. Jackie EVBK says, let's go, Hunter. Uh-oh, guys, something's happening. Just got a big time email. TikTok is trying to recruit me, everybody. Trying to join their team.
This is huge.
It says we are now recruiting 3,000 TikTok reserve talents. Reserve talents, just in case they need you.
Yeah, you're not going to be the starting lineup.
Yeah.
You're going to ride the bench.
Ride the bench for TikTok.
That's what you got to do, though. You're not just going to go start for a big Chinese company like TikTok.
Here comes Dylan Cook. Nice, getting that shove front lip as well. And then the board. All right, hey guys. This is what I like to see. Everybody's getting comfy, ramping up slowly. Landing their tricks. That's another beautiful shove front lip. By the way, this TikTok invite concludes with, as long as you are passionate and innovative, we sincerely invite you to join our team. Please contact us via WhatsApp. Dylan Cook, another line, feeling good. These guys are killing it. Wax House Bio for Bobby Sutherland. Sponsors, please subscribe, or excuse me, please sponsor the PWL. Subscribe to Twitch and YouTube at the PWL. Guys, if you want a bigger part in the PWL, you like what you're seeing here, let us know. Reach out to anybody. Bobby would be the preferred contact, but any of us can pass it along. Very grateful to all of our sponsors here. Ooh, love that. Board slide front shove out. Didn't quite get it.
Yeah, I think that's why this, some of the changes Trey's made out here, that left ledge there, see Ian giving us the little course preview, but that left ledge on the top drop is new for this year, and it's made to be symmetrical with the ledge on the left side. So kind of giving the goofy and regular riders equal opportunities to get technical and kind of up the difficulty level on their lines.
Yep. Equal opportunity wake skating out
That's
there.
That's it. That's what we're here for.
I'm ready to see some pretty cool stunts go down on these ledges. They're just
You
so
think
forgiving. They're just in a good spot.
you think Hunter's feeling some type of way there, sitting on the dock right now, having seen Dylan go out and put down his same line? It almost, I wouldn't say it negates it, but it definitely kind of neutralizes it. You know, like Hunter doesn't have a stroke on Dylan anymore. He's got to turn it up now. So.
And everybody in the seats landing stuff, there are spots up for grabs. Again, it's an assumption, but a pretty safe one that Shane Edwards is going to go through. Beyond that, it is out in the open. Riding with a 5.27 right now. Let's see what he's got. Another front shove front lip. How's he going to step this one up?
Ooh.
That is a step up.
It's a big drop off the end of that ledge. So that anything shove out coming off those ledges going to be scored a little higher, I think, just with the big impact coming off of them.
We're going to do a quick drone battery swap. But guys, I mean, we're just incredibly excited to be here at the PWL second stop. We on the camera, TJ. These guys in open division, it's just changed a lot. It gets better every year, and the riding this year, it's the hardest it's ever been to make it through to the final.
Yeah, after seeing Shane in Heat 1, I was kind of feeling like it was Shane's contest to lose. But then, you know, I've seen Hunter ride before. I know he has everything. And then seeing Dylan come out and just chase Hunter down and immediately do his line and kind of show him, hey, I got those tricks too. I don't think it's as much of a lock as I originally did of Shane running away with it. I think we're going to see these guys give him a run for his money.
We haven't seen the board get upside down yet.
And we can in this heat, and I think we will, because both Hunter and Dylan have and will flip down this drop.
Yep, and thank you guys to all of our sponsors: Wax House, Atlas, IFA Wealth, One Wake, Valdosta Wake Compound, Paradigm, Big Buildings, Direct. We've got BWJ, Shredding Manufacturing, Get Funky Media, Leaf, and Deb Boren Properties. Thank you, all of you guys. We couldn't do it without you. We really appreciate the assistance here at the PWL. It's an amazing event, and we're just so stoked to be able to throw it down.
Big shout out to our host, Blackwater Junction. I mean, hard to play favorites out here, but this place maybe unrivaled.
Here comes Andres. Ooh, I like that. He did a couple nice little back 180s earlier in his practice heat yesterday.
Get the handle in more when you take off.
that judge interference I hear? I mean, my God.
We don't quite have a rule book here, so you know, eventually I think we will see some regulations go in place to maybe limit communications between them. But especially in the early days of a new scoring system like this, I think the line of communication being open, just to give more transparency and help everyone understand it better, so that, you know, I think the product is better, and the, you know, judging, riding, everything feels better with this new system. But we're all learning it, so, you know, right now you're gonna. I wouldn't be shocked to see some of these guys come up and maybe ask some questions to the judges after their heats, just to kind of figure out where they're at scoring wise and what they want to focus on moving forward.
That's the name of the game here. Is Dylan Cook, I mean, about as comfortable as you can be riding in this heat so far.
I think he's going to flip his board.
I'm one of those guys. I like to see the board get upside down. Ooh, beautiful shove front lip. Oh, you know, came off a little funky on that shove out on the rail there.
Yeah, him and Hunter are going to be going at it in this heat, because as we can see, got that shove front lip just like Hunter has up top, and then looking for a board slide 270 shove off that ledge. So pretty similar to what Hunter had going on. Tough to call too much of a difficulty change between the front shove out and the back shove out.
Close.
I think it's going to come down to how they do it. You know, so really, I wouldn't be too concerned over if I was either of those guys on which was the better trick, and more of just doing your trick the best you possibly can. And I would say that's probably true for every rider in every division. There is no answer for, is this trick better than that trick? Should I do this instead of this? That answer cannot be given objectively. The answer is, what can you do best? Because, you know, each trick, like we said earlier, is not created equal. So whatever tricks feel the best to that rider and what their specialty is what they should lean into, because judges see a bunch of people do the same trick. Each rider do their own unique bag and do their stuff as good as they possibly can.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. People. Oh, here comes Bobby Sutherland. Oh, just, you know, that's, I feel, a classic Bob fall there. The one leg comes up, but he's going to get that board slide front shove out, and then maybe follow it up with a shove or board slide. I think we'll have to see. We will have to see.
That was pull number 5 for Bob. So Bob's got 5 hits, still got 3 more. So plenty of time for him to get his best line in before we move on to the trick section. But Bobby's going to need to he's going to need to play a little catch up right now in this heat between Hunter and Dylan. They're they're definitely showing that they want to hang with Shane right now. Andres and Bob are both capable of putting down some high scores though, so I wouldn't be surprised we see the board get upside down here shortly. And then also Bobby's probably looking at some 3 shoves and maybe some tricks out of the rail. I know Bob likes to front shove off rails too.
Mm-hmm. We're well on our ways. You got our riders.
Who's on deck right now?
Hunter Hockenberry. Hunter Hockenberry went down on that front shove out last time. See if he can get this shove lip again. Nice. Always stomping with a hard heel edge there. Oh, just going down. Tried to squeak out of it, but couldn't quite get it. Love to see Hunter shredding. Oh.
Bob.
"47 people, guys. Hey, let us know. Where are you watching from? Where in the world? Where in your country? Where in your house?
47 people on the mid-afternoon on a Friday is not bad.
That's pretty cool. We're stoked to have all you guys.
It's 11, but, you know, just about getting into lunchtime. So shout out everyone watching from work. I know I've been there before. Much preferred to be here, but when you can't be here, having that maybe that little AirPod in, listening to the conversation, keeping up with what's going on, and popping in and seeing tricks go down, it's the next best thing. If you're not going to be here, get on the stream. And if you know anyone that is into some stuff like this, maybe they watch wakeboarding, maybe they watch skateboarding. If you know some people, one of the best things you can do for us to support us, if you don't want to support as a sponsor, share the link. Please
do.
Share the link to your friends, family, anyone that you know that might think this is cool, because it could help us, you know, in the long run. It will help us get eyeballs on it. We want everyone to see how much fun we're having out here. Andres especially, back 180 down the first drop. looking for that board slide front shove.
I like mixing up a trick straight down the drop and then a rail trick, doing a little bit of both. I want to see him get that front shove out, though. Back one looked super comfy. We got somebody watching from a very cold Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah, I guess I'm not even aware of what the time of year it is. But Dale, thank you for watching, man. Pretty unbelievable. Hard to imagine being further physically away from where we are right now, and the stream is coming through. Andre is stomping that back one. Dylan cooking.
Dylan is cooking.
Somebody's watching from London. Welcome, Fred Blogs. Who's Fred Blogs?
I bet he blogs.
He blogs. Fred,
Yeah,
you
shout
know,
out Fred.
What's your blog? What you blogging from
Shout out
London?
London. You should link up with Ollie Moore.
Yeah.
Hit up Lake Moore.
Lake
Get out
Moore
there and
is
ride
sick.
some 2.0 with them.
London is hot. South Africa is cold.
This apple is red.
All right, Dylan Cook with a 6.2 right now. It's a fiercely red apple we're looking at right now. So Dylan Cook, last time, he stomped the shove front lip every time. Went down on a board slide, back shove out. Coming around the outside of the rail. Let's see what he does here. Breckenridge, or excuse me, Bracebridge, Ontario.
I think we
Cheering
see-
for Dylan Cook. Emily Cook, what's up?
I'm going to assume that's his wife, maybe. See if he can put it down for her. Oh,
Nice.
yeah. The shove front lips are automatic.
Yep, looking good. What's he got here? Oh, that's a really good line for Dylan Cook. Stomped the shove front lip. Stomped the board slide back shove out. Looking very comfy. Stoked to see that out of Dylan Cook. We knew he had it. Now he's got a couple more tries. Boski Wake also watching from the UK. We got 2 UK viewers, 1 Canadian viewer, 1 South African viewer. Love to see it from around the world. Any Americans watching as well? We got Skizzy BZ.
We got some great representation from around the world out here. That's probably been my biggest takeaway from wake skating over the years is I've got friends in just about every single continent of the world now that we could pick up at any time, and it would be like we never left, you know, just because of that connection that we have from wake skating.
Nice. Going board slide, fakie there. Oh, man, looks like...
Bob taking a page out of Kendrick Lamar's book, really whapping that board slide to fakie. You heard this? You hear the sound? I love that. That's one of the biggest things that they do well here at the PWL is the audio. You look down the shoreline; they're mic'd up everywhere, and that sound definitely came through loud and clear on the feed. It could be heard up into the hills out here.
It had to have. And Ninja Banana loving that run from Dylan. Jackie BK watching from Florida. Taco Dale, these boys from Canada ain't playing. No, the Canada contingency continuing to compete. We're working on it. We're workshopping it. Compete competitively.
Canadian contingency competing competitively.
The arsonist had oddly shaped hands. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
We're gonna get into trouble challenging ourselves like this. We're gonna say something we shouldn't.
Here comes Hunter Hockenberry. After that first little mess up with the shove front lip, he's been pretty consistent. Looking good on that shove front lip. Yes!
All right.
Oh, he's very stoked.
Dylan and Hunter are in a full-blown battle
Yeah.
right now.
Hey, it happens
it is
sometimes.
officially on between these guys, and I'm here for it.
Legs watching from all the way down in North Carolina. I want to see Dan, some kind of cuss word maybe, Ham out there. I'm not sure who Dan Ham is. Thanks for the points and the shout-outs, boys. Nice line there from Hunter Hockenberry. Any chance we get a replay of that?
Yeah, run it back.
Any chance we could see? No chance of a replay there.
I really liked the front shove off the rail was, I think, a little more controlled maybe than Dylan's, but I like Dylan's shove front lip better.
Okay, Fred, you're teaching us. I want to see Dan Blank Ham out there. English slang for going hard. Am I missing something with the middle word there, though?
I think he wants to see Dan pan frying ham.
Pan frying?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like a fried bologna sandwich.
Okay. All right.
I mean, anything's better if you just give it a light sear.
That's right. Here comes Andres Alvarez.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Andres
nice back
got
one.
that on lock now. The pivot downstairs, though, I don't know if I... There he is. There he is.
Oh! All right. Got the back one. Yeah, he does do the pivot around, but then got the board slide front shove. He's so stoked. Both Hunter and Andres had a huge smile on their face after stomping that. Let's see a replay of that. Front shove out.
Yeah, we'll see how the judges feel about, that's we were talking about it earlier during Shane's run because he was demonstrating so much of that. Being able to do a trick switch after landing switch is something, it's tough, especially in the open division. It's a big ask when you're talking consistency. Yep. So Andres putting down a solid line, but he did have to do the pivot in the middle there.
Yep, did do a little pivot.
If we're splitting hairs, I mean, that's what
Yeah.
we're doing when we're sitting here watching replays and seeing stuff back in slow-mo. We have the luxury of kind of picking stuff apart, but that's what the judges are doing as well, so just trying to kind of get inside their brains and get an idea for how they're going to split these guys up and really get some separation between them.
Yeah, let's check out our current standings. Todd, okay, that's the bottom four. Sorry, we got the top four. We got Shane, Paul, Dylan, and Hunter all up in that top four.
So one thing to take away from there is Hunter, the only one in the top four right now. Oh, Hunter and Dylan have not even got to hit the big section yet, or the best trick section. So that's something to consider right there. And that's what you want to be sitting in that position moving forward, so that they don't have to worry really. They can go straight to hucking on this best trick.
Check out that foot placement.
Yeah, he's gonna flip his board.
I think we might see a board upside down here.
Flip his board.
I like it. I like kick flip, TJ. Oh, it was a nice one too.
Yeah.
Got a little behind him.
You can tell those are there for him. I mean, he had caught it nicely. Love seeing, like we were talking about earlier, seeing the guys pop the trick, and he caught the board grip tape before he was going below the dam, and that's what you want to do to be landing stuff consistently. You would think popping up, going down something big would make it harder, but actually the most important thing is getting the board to your feet as quickly as possible, catching it, controlling it. That's when you start landing things consistently, and you're able to link them up and put them into lines.
Yep. Love to see it. Kick flip followed by a board slide front shove would be a pretty good score in this heat, I would imagine. We got a nice shot of Alex Ames walking up, one of the most creative riders. There was a debate recently, maybe not a debate, a post by Grab Matters, awesome podcast, around who's the most creative rider, and a lot of it was around wakeboarding. But for wake skating, there were a lot of people voting for Alex Ames and Clark Davis for the most creative guys. Bobby Sutherland on his way out. Let's see what he's got here. Oh, going to the front big down.
I've not seen Bob do a front big like that.
That would be super cool.
Talking about those creative guys, though, I think that's just a testament to Alex and Clark kind of creating their own brand within wake skating, as far as, you don't necessarily have to have the hardest tricks or try to you can, there are other ways to kind of cut out your own path in it, and both of those guys doing things that probably hadn't even been thought of, or doing tricks that we may know and love in ways that no one else is doing them. So you love to see that out here, just adding to the diversity and the type of tricks that people are doing on wake skates. There's no right way to do it. There's, when we're out here judging and watching this stuff, we have, a criteria for this particular style of riding. But as far as riding a wake skate in general, there is no right or wrong way to do it. It's a blank canvas. Pick up a brush.
It is, and those guys are some of the most fun. I mean, I would, if you're not already, follow them on Instagram. Check out their clips. The All the Marbles Leaf video is an amazing part from Clark as well. Going for the front shove, Hunter, trying to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah,
And you know that's what's so hard about this, because in a front shove down a drop, so he just landed like 4 shove front lips, right? And then the front shove takes him down. And then for some people, a front shove down a drop is harder than doing a shove lip slide. Like,
I think I could predict what his line. If he's going to front shove that, I think I know what he's doing here.
what do you think?
It's going to be shove front lip on the big drop.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
And
I would say kickflip because we haven't seen him flip
too.
his board, but from a criteria as far as having a well composed run is concerned, I don't think not hitting any rail is a great strategy. So I would say doing the front shove down the drop and then shove front lipping one of these drops down the bigger section. I would say that would improve if he did that line well. That would improve upon his best score already.
I think so too.
And that's where the strategy comes in. Hunter's been around. He's been in the game for a little bit, so he kind of knows that you don't have to chase what everyone else is doing if you can strategically just up your score a little bit.
Here comes Andres, feeling good off of his last. Going for the front shove as well. Front shove down the first drop. We've seen a few of them here. The front big that Bob tried, I was going to say.
Technically a front shove too.
Yeah. Yeah, the front big that Bob tried, we have seen a front big in the open division, but it was down the big drop. It was done by Paul Pugh, which is landing him right now in the second qualifying spot with a very, very good score. Looks like Dylan and Hunter are going to give him a run for his money, though. Once we get to that best trick.
Yeah, if I had to put some money on whether or not Dylan was going to do a kickflip right here, I would put the money down.
I would put the money down.
Question.
Is there a bookie for the Wakeskate League this weekend?
Yeah, someone in the
We're
chat.
taking applications.
If you want to maybe handle that so that we're absolved of any whether I don't know what the state laws on gambling are here in VA. So.
Typically unsanctioned events, not typically.
Yeah, let's just get a third-party black market going in the chat.
Legs Pros is scheduled to start at noon. My guess would be just a hair after that.
Yeah, after we finish this one up, we're gonna give these judges a minute to deliberate, give the crew a second to reset. Some of the pros are working behind the scenes right now too, so we'll give these guys a minute to reset, but there won't be that long of gap. We'll be probably 10 minutes behind or so for the pro heat.
Another one just got a hair behind him.
Yeah. Good catch again though. You see him catching it above the wall, above the dam. That's what you want to do to be riding away.
Yeah, this heat does feel like it's gone by a lot faster than the first one. Yeah. I think that was the final run attempt for Dylan? Yep. Got 2 good scores. Going to be moving right along into best trick.
Yeah, so we're coming up here on the last pull of the line section for everyone. So each rider in heat number 2 going to get one more go at the full line, and then we're going to move in. Looks like we got a little bit of sprinkle coming in right now, so we'll see if that becomes a factor here. It's not much. It's pretty light, but definitely a little bit of precipitation coming down.
We're going to pause real quick and put the drone on. Hide it a little bit. Is the hey guys, the camera, the long camera is not being protected right now.
That one needs to go.
Can some? Yeah, somebody's running. Hey Trav, can one of you guys help Ian move the table? Hey guys, rain doesn't stop wake skating, but we do got to adjust just for a moment. We got a lot of electronic equipment out here, so if you'll bear with us for just a second. We just want to make sure that our drones, cameras, audio, equipment stays dry. Maybe if we could...
Jordan, to the right a little bit.
Alrighty. Just a light rain. It actually feels super comfy. Not anything to stop the riding, but It does stop our airborne capabilities.
Yeah, just quick. I mean, that's the first bit of rain, and it's already slowing down and stopping. First bit of rain of the weekend. We just had to scramble real quick to make sure that all the electronics were comfortable.
Just a quick sprinkle. Looks like it's already pretty much done. Kind of happened at a convenient time, though. That was the last run of this heat. We're going to move into best trick. Oh, sorry, we got one more run.
Each rider's going to get one more pull at the line. Sorry, that got us a little scrambled up there, just making sure all of our electronics were pulled up underneath the coverings that we've got. So I think we're solid now, though. We're just making sure we've got coverage for everyone so you guys don't miss a line here. Yeah, the drone has to come out of the sky when the rain comes down, but it's already stopped. That was just a little tester patch just to make sure we were prepared. We got Bob. Bob's about to hit the, he's back at the top of the list. Bob going to do one more pull at the full line. Each of these guys getting one more pull to go down both drops. We're going to move on to best trick. So we saw most of the riders in the first heat opting to hit the top drop, and I think that's what we're going to see continuing on in heat number 2. It's just going to allow these guys to do more difficult tricks. We can see some shove-ons to board slides. Might see some more flipping of the board. We've already seen Dylan getting after that kickflip here. I think he's going to link something up with that. You got a guess as to what if Dylan lands his kickflip down the top? You have a guess as to what he's going to do down the second drop?
Like what he would do in a different best trick attempt? Maybe.
No, not in the best. He's running. He's got a line.
I'm sorry.
So if Dylan lands a kickflip here, what is he going to do for his second trick?
I would think in his mind what he wants is that same thing, the board slide front shove. But do you play it safe after you do the kickflip and do a board slide? That competition would be playing around in my head if I was in his position.
I think he takes a shot at Shane because remember he came here with Shane.
Yeah,
that's his boy. I think he's not looking at Hunter right now. I think he's gonna take a shot at Shane. If he kickflips this, I think he's going shove front lip on the down as well.
Here comes Bobby Sutherland. Nice board slide fakie coming in to the second spot. Oh, Bobby lands the shove clean. It looks good, folks. Bob's got to be stoked on getting a run for his last hit.
Bobby clutching up right there. Last pull for the line, putting down his best line of the heat probably. Not probably, definitely. Saw him do a shove down the top drop earlier, do a 180 down the bottom, but this was definitely an improvement on that score. So Bob clutching up, improving his line score. He's going to be stoked on that moving into the best trick section.
As Hunter Hockenberry, I'm curious what Hunter wants to try here for his best trick. I forgot.
It's not
like
his best
the fourth
trick
time.
Hunter's
Yeah,
Hunter's got a line attempt still.
I'm brain tooting right now.
We're almost there, Mark. Ooh. I think he wanted to come out switch on that one, and then maybe do a switch big spin down the drop.
True. You know what I haven't seen that I think would look cool symmetry-wise is shove front lip, front shove out. Kind of shove out.
Trey Bone will do that.
End up with the board the exact same way as you started.
Yeah, a little bop bop. Hit it one way, hit it back.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool.
Interesting to see the difference in vibes between heat number 1 and heat number 2. Heat number 1 was very mellow and composed on the dock. They were smiling, but there was, music, and they were kind of keeping pretty calm. Heat number 2, I can hear the vibe from here on the dock. They are turning up down there. The boys are chilling. They're having a good time. They just happen to be competing against each other right now. At this very moment. We got Andres. Andres, he's coming off of a line right now. Just did that backside 180, switching it up, and then doing board slide front shove down the second drop. See what Andres is going to do to turn up the heat a little bit.
Trying to get a shove down that first drop.
Yeah, looking to separate the board from his feet on the first drop so that he can focus on a rail trick down the second one. Andres is sitting solid right now, though. moving into the best trick section. We still got one more pull here from Dylan. Dylan's going to get the line. What do we want to see?
I want to see that kickflip. I think that would be a pretty cool maneuver. I wonder if you go kickflip the first spot, do the board slide front shove out here.
If I'm Dylan, I want to take a shot at Shane. I want to kickflip this drop and then shove front lip. Talking about maybe the best line of the division so far.
That would be cool.
It'll be interesting to see where he would stand with that with the judges because, like I said, Shane had some good landing, coming out switch and going right into a switch trick. He did that switch board slide big spin, which is a very well composed line. It'd be interesting to see where that stacks up versus flipping your board and shoving into a rail. I'd have to guess it comes out higher. But you can't really think too much about it until you ride away from the kickflip. Getting a little bit turning backside on him. I find when I do kickflips down drops, I have to exaggerate the front shifty. It almost feels more like a shifty flip, even though the end product doesn't really appear to have shifted too much. I think turning it front side just 45 degrees helps keep the board in front of you. I think, and it makes landing them consistently a little easier. So that's line section though. So now you've jumped the gun enough times. That's it for lines. We're going best trick.
Yep. We are on to best trick. Looking forward to what each of these guys want to do. In the first open heat, everybody kind of opted for the first dam for the best trick. I'm curious to see if anybody opts for the second. Ooh. As each of them will get 4 tries. And remember, the first 2 scores come from the run. Your last score is going to come from the line. And this is where we stand right now. Shane, Paul, Dylan, and Hunter at the top of the pile at the moment. But with Bobby and Andreas both still have a shot to make it through, I think that means that Todd and Dom are out of consideration to make it to the final. And I think that also, nothing's confirmed yet as far as who's definitely made it through. Yeah. Oh. We're getting situated real quick, guys, for the scoring. Give us just a moment before we get to this. And then after that, we will have a very short break and lead into the first heat of the pro men's qualifying. Just getting our judges situated here. Live scoring, switching it over before we get going. Looking forward to seeing what each of these guys throw down. Sun just popped out. We had a just very, very quick little rain shower there. All good. First pro heat is going to be fun. We got Maxime Giry, Daniel Grant, Craig Jennison, and myself in that first pro heat. Just give us 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes, and we will get going with the best trick section. Got a good view right now of that left ledge and what once was the cigarette bench, but is now a cigarette launch ramp into the top pond.
What are you referring to as the cigarette ramp? Oh, that's the tube.
That used to be last.
I see the filter at the bottom.
Yeah.
I just thought that was from like the waterline discoloration.
Nope. Nope, that's painted on. It's got the American Spirit logo on the side too. You can just see where it's kind of slid off from repeated use.
Sick. Has it always been a smoke and I just never noticed it?
Yeah, it was painted that way. It's got the stripe. It's got the American Spirit thing on it.
Love it. Trey's creative.
Give us just a second, folks.
Treehouse vibes look sick.
Yeah, he has, it's just the
Yeah. Living in Arizona.
He's gonna keep sending 4 different links. We're good.
All right, guys, we're good to go for the best trick section. Small transition. Bobby Sutherland going to be our first guy off the dock. Looking at a best trick. I don't know what Bobby wants to throw down for a best trick.
I could say 3 shove, front
Three shove.
big. Bobby's got tricks. He might even want a back big. You never know. We'll just see. If he comes out and just stomps back big first try, I think Bob's going to try some. He might flip his board too.
Bob's got. Oh, you think Bob throw a kickflip down this thing?
I wouldn't be. He's got to drop at his house. You know, you
Yeah.
never know what Bob's been cooking when you haven't been with him in a while.
Well, big news in the Olympics, guys. Simone Biles just announced her retirement.
She won everything there is to win.
Yep. Going out as the most decorated U.S. gymnastics Olympian. Pretty cool.
Congratulations and shout out to one of the GOATs of sports, Simone Biles.
Here comes Bobby Sutherland.
Ooh, Bobby, first hit a best trick. He's going to butt check a 3 shove. That counts for something, but it ain't the full score of a 3 shove.
Yeah, not the score he's looking for, but he'll clean that up, I think. So he's going to get a score there for landing. But
Yeah, but that'll more than likely be a throwaway score for
Right.
Bob. I'd imagine he's going to clean that up. If he lands it first try like that, you know, expect him to clean it up within the next 2 tries and then likely move on to that frontside big spin.
what do you think? Frontside big spin clean or 3 shove clean? Both kind of different, hard in their own way.
Yeah, I give a little edge maybe to the front big for
think
landing
so, too.
switch. But again, it's just the way it's done, you know. A front big could be
Okay,
done not as well.
Gets the shove front lip. You know, he did it in his line, but good to have a score. Stomped it clean. As clean as can be. Nice replay from Shreddy Manufacturing. 2 guys, 2 scores. We got Andres and Dylan both looking to do a best trick. Alrighty, up next we got Andres. Did get a couple of lines. He's stoked on that back one to board slide front shove out. Let's see what he's got for best trick. What's he thinking? Nice big shove. Nice big shove for Andres.
I love a good big shove, and that was a big one. Absolutely stomped. You heard the stomp coming through the mic on the stream.
Feeling good on the big shove. Also going for the shove front lip from Dylan Cook. You know, in a way, these guys just want to get their scores down, get something. See a replay on that. Nice shove front lip there. Getting a score, which is what you need. We have talked about doing a best trick that's kind of the same as the maneuver you did in your run.
Yeah, I would expect these first couple tricks landed by Hunter and Dylan to be throwaway tricks. Like, yes, they did just get a score, so that they only have to technically get one score. So they've got one, but I wouldn't expect that to score as good as their line when they were doing it in a line. So gonna be docked a little bit just because best trick, you're expecting to see them turn up the difficulty level, but I think this is just part of the strategy game.
Bob going down on that 3 shove, not quite getting it.
That's one of those instances like we were talking about earlier, though, where Bobby is kind of an ambidextrous rider. So technically Bobby is a goofy stance rider, but you're going to see him shoving his board from the left foot stance because that's just how he does it. And he'll be the first to tell you that if you see him do a regular stance shove or a regular stance 3 shove, that it feels more like switch to him because he's so much more comfortable spinning his board in the switch stance.
Right.
Usually you see that from cable ride. People that grow up or come up riding full-size cable, that's where you'll kind of see they have a tendency to do certain tricks certain ways because depending on which direction your cable rotates, you might have an easier time learning tricks on your heels, so you might end up learning some trick switch.
Good morning. Daniel Grant has arrived, guys. Getting ready for his heat coming up as Hunter Hockenberry. Looking to go off the dock. Got the shove front lip. Let's see what he wants here. Oh. Wants the shove front lip fakie. It is different than the shove front lip. Probably up his score a little bit, but not by a huge amount. So we'll see what he's looking at. Let's check out a replay here. He pulled out of it, but definitely was a little sketch. Andres coming up next. Pretty excited, guys. 55 of you joining us. Thank you so much. We're super excited. Hunter's got that shove front lip as Andres. He landed the shove last time. Let's see what he wants here. Maybe a front shove. Oh, no, coming for the rail. Oh! Bopped the butt on the rail a little bit.
Andres narrowly avoiding a tough fall there. You put some body parts on the rail. You never want to do that, but I think he got away from it as best you could if you are going to have to put some body parts on that rail.
Yep. Yeah, that's not a bad one. The butt cheeks will recover.
Are you clenching up when you do that, or are you trying to just relax?
I think just instinctively you're clenching. I mean, it's a quarter of a second.
Yeah, I try to be loose
like,
when I hit the water. I try to focus on like being loose to avoid any whiplash and stuff. But I think when you're coming down on a rail, the pucker factor's real.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Dylan Cook.
Butt check, stomach check.
What do we think? We think Dylan Cook's going to go, he's going to flip the board now, right?
He's been going for it. He got the shove front lip. I'm looking at that foot placement. Looks kick flippy to me.
I think we're about to see our first board flip of the open division right here.
Come on, Dylan. Yeah, he's set up for it. Oh, just getting a little behind him and a little.
Yeah, honestly,
This
maybe
way.
almost like a little bit overthinking it now, because those first two attempts looked like it was about to happen any trick and any attempt, and now it kind of seems like he's getting a little further away. They keep turning backside on him. Yeah, we'll be like maybe like 10 minutes behind. I feel like someone's
Looks like Bobby's going to try and get his three
backside.
shove. That's halfway through. As it
Needs to
sits right
open
now,
the kick flip up a little
look at
bit.
that.
He's like
Dylan Cook
just-
taking over the
he's
second
rolling
spot,
inside.
just .02. Two
Where's
hundredths
his,
of a
where's Jordan?
point higher
Told him.
than Paul Pugh as it
Boy, he
stands
needs to
at the
tell-
moment.
he needs to tell him.
At this moment, Andres does have a shot at taking down Hunter Hockenberry, and so does Bobby Sutherland. But Dylan Cook taking over the second spot from Paul Pugh by
Wow.
.02.
And he hasn't done this kickflip yet.
Right.
He's got 2 more attempts at the kickflip. He could overtake Shane potentially.
Oh man, that one was looking good. 3 shove from Bob.
Right, Bob's gonna have to clutch up now. I mean, he did drag that 1-3 shove out, so that's where it could become important for him to have landed one trick. But I mean, he's gonna need to do something if he wants to get in. You see those scores up there,
Right.
And hopefully he's looking on that screen up there so he knows. I mean, he did mention something about wanting to try some kickflips. I kind of think it's getting to those late hours where, like, regardless of what you have, if the 3 shove or the big spin is not going to get you there, you might have to just make an executive decision and go for the hammer.
Right.
Swing for the fences.
You may have to.
Look at Ian getting real low there, following Bob up. Love that shot.
Whoa, a little bit of a shaky start there. Here comes Hunter. Wanted a front shove. Down the drop.
So Hunter will still have another attempt. That's not his
Yep.
last go. He's gonna get one more go. He does have. So this is where we were kind of maybe criticizing the choice to do the shove front lip as their best trick after we already saw it in their run section. I know the judges aren't liking that. I can kind of hear them deliberating over here. But I think as far as strategy goes, Hunter's in, and
He is in the top 4.
and
right?
so is
As it stands.
Dylan. So you criticize it all you want. It might turn out to have been the right choice. So interesting to see these guys kind of adapting to the new format and the new scoring, and seeing how stuff that maybe on paper doesn't look like the right move is kind of turning out to be maybe a good decision, good strategy.
Yeah, we'll see what Andres has a shot.
He did the big shove down it, and the judges like that. I think they scored that maybe a little higher than the difficulty level of the trick is, just because it wasn't in his line section.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's see what he's got here. He's got 2 more shots at it.
He wants 3 shove. Nope.
Going for the forward slash
I think
shove
he was
out.
trying maybe even back big off of it. It looked like he started to really turn.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dylan got 2. He's the only rider left here with 2 more attempts. So he's the last rider for the 3rd attempt here. So Dylan will have this attempt and then 1 more.
Let's see what he's got. Oh, he's not even with the rope yet. He's doing the kickflip motion. He's psyching up for it.
Yeah, hopefully he opens up the shoulders a little bit. His past 2 attempts looked like he was kind of just closed in a little bit and almost starting to turn backside, which is what happens when you close your shoulders out. You don't open them up. act like I know what I'm talking about.
Nah, come on, you do know what you're talking about. This guy TJ right here, you know, he shows up yesterday. We had a long journey here. Took a little session last night. Did a first tee varial flip line to blunt on the second rail. It was pretty awesome. It's Dylan Cook. Let's see. Oh man, that one looked like the best one too.
It's backside that you see him going over the
Yeah.
over the back.
You got one more? Yeah.
Beautiful little overview of the setup here.
Bob's a beater.
Folks gathering. 1, 2, 3. 1 is Shane. 2 is
Yeah, let's try to get this.
Dylan.
Let's get this live
3
score back up.
is Paul, and 4 is Hunter right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's the live scoring. Shane with a sizable lead. Dylan and Paul just neck and neck. Dylan 0.02 of a point ahead, and Hunter Hockenberry hanging in there. Andres and Bobby both with a shot to unseat Hunter Hockenberry.
The only guys that don't have a chance to get in now are Todd and Dom. And, you
Sure.
know, they were out of pure randomness. They were out of a disadvantage, not really knowing what they were going to have to do, you know. So those guys were both swinging at some harder tricks that they weren't able to come away with. So, but these other couple guys that are on the outside looking in, Bobby being one of them, it's not over for Bob. You know, if Bob decides he wants to stomp a kickflip right here, I think we see a change up in that leaderboard.
Totally doable.
Let's see what his foot setup is.
Looks like 3 shove to me. I'd love to see him get 3 shove too, even if it doesn't put him in. Oh, yes! Bobby with the final hit.
Big nuts, big nuts. Let's go.
Let's go to a replay for Bobby Sutherland. Check out that 3 shove on the last hit here.
Last chance, Bobby.
So Bobby doing, you know, both of his sections, he did his trick on the last pull.
Yep.
He likes a little bit of pressure. He's a big fan of Coco Mendez, and Coco is known for that as well, kind of just waiting around, lurking around until the last pull to put it down. And yeah, Bobby doing the thing out there.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, hype on the replay there for Bob. Shout out to Brad in the booth for cooking that up for us as Hunter Hockenberry gets ready for his last hit. Okay.
Oh, Hunter clutching
Got
up.
the shove lip slide fakie. Definitely better than the first one. Very nice, Hunter. See the replay there. Boom, shove into the lip slide. Turns it back. A little bit of a crouch hand drag, but definitely nailed it. Very stoked.
All right, we
Throwing
got
that
two
down.
guys left. Is that what we got? 2 guys on deck. We got Andres coming up with his last hit.
So Andres only needs to up his score by less than 1/10 of a point.
And he's in.
And he is, oh, sorry, no, my bad.
Oh, Bobby
Bob
can't. Bobby can't. That was his last pull.
Yep.
So that's how close he came.
Yeah, he came very close.
He was within 1/10 of a point from getting in there.
So now we got Andres, who needs to get a sizable little upgrade.
Yeah, he needs to jump 3.
Couple more points.
He needs to jump 3.
You guys doing good?
Can he do it?
Morning.
Dylan Cook at this point is secure. He has
Yeah,
made
so
a spot in the final.
Andres basically holds the fate of the open final here in his hands.
Couldn't get that shove out, but an awesome showing for Andres' first foray into the PWL.
Yeah, Andres,
Great
like
job.
you said, no stranger to the game of wake skating, but not a familiar face in the competitive scene. So good to see him make the trek all the way up from Orlando. Stoked for my guy. I know he was just pumped to be out here riding the setup. He rode for 3 hours yesterday, I heard.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's also a factor. You know, I think he's one of those guys, he came up more for the experience. Obviously, he would have loved to win, and he had all the tricks to do it, but he's here for the experience, and he got it yesterday. He rode 3 hours on this setup, I think, is worth more than any placing in the contest out here, just being able to ride and have a good time out here.
It is for sure. Oh, Dylan in kickflip position.
Already. The
Yeah.
handle's not even back,
Yeah.
and he is in kickflip position.
He is ready for that kickflip. Let's see what he can do here. That does mean our top 4 is set, though. Going to the final will be Shane Edwards, Paul Pugh, Hunter Hockenberry, and Dylan Cook.
Yeah, that final, as it's set now, it's officially set with Andres' last pull. So Dylan just getting basically an extra practice pull here, but I think he's going to do the kickflip for the boys.
Come on.
And the girls. He's going to do it for the crowd.
Oh, man.
That was maybe the
too.
best looking attempt. All right, so that's going to do it for heat number 2 in the open division qualifying. Our final is set. We saw that. I know it's different from years past. You know, we'd have to wait for deliberation to see what's happening, but we get a second to talk about our final. I think that was, you know, the pretty fair shakeout there, best possible showing for the open division, and we've got a lot more left moving on. You know, moving forward into the final. I don't think we've even scratched the surface. I don't think we've even scratched the surface.
Something happened with the scores there. That wasn't. I don't think that was accurate, what we just saw. Okay, yeah. Real quick, we'll get those scores up for you in just a moment so we can see our top 4. And then we will be rolling right into the Pro Men's Heat number 1. Oh, 12:30. Okay, so we got 45-minute break. Bammer just said it. Awesome heat. Let's hang out for just a sec to see if we can get those scores up. Fair enough.
Yeah, we're gonna get that graphic back on the screen once we've got the final scores. I think some of the we are out here, so some of the scores are coming in electronically via data. So I think some of them are processing. Some people's phones are processing slower than others.
All right, sounds good. Well, hey, guys, join us back at 12:30. That is going to be the time for the start of the Pro Men's Heat number 1. As soon as we're back, we'll share that graphic with the accurate scores of all the riders who made it through out of open. But don't go anywhere. Grab lunch real quick. Make it back to your computer, your phone, your TV, whatever it may be, and we're going to get going with pro action. It starts out with myself, Marcus Knox, Daniel Grant, Maxime Giry, and Craig Jennison in that first heat. Looking forward to seeing you guys in a minute.